Said, listen, man, I know you're from Connecticut. We in Providence, Rhode Island. She said, I don't care about the money, but my jewelry, she lost like 3 or 4 gold chains. Right? She said, I gotta have that back. My man to kill me, man. I said, don't worry about it, honey, man. He said, oh, well. So you give me back your jewelry? I said, yeah. He said, matter of fact, straight razor. Give me yours too.
Domino, motherfuckers, what's happening?
All right, so back up in this thing for another one. This is Connecticut's most controversial podcast. This is the Domino Effect, and as always, I go by the name of Domino. Appreciate y'all for tuning in. Appreciate y'all for being here. We got G on the boards to make sure we sound good. We got Retro on the camera, make sure we look good. Be telling y'all every week, but y'all don't seem to get it. We do have a question and answer portion of the show. You can write us in at dominoeffectpodcast@gmail.com. The name of the segment is called The What? So if you want me or my guests to answer any questions, dominoeffectpodcast@gmail.com. Or, if you follow me on Instagram and all that good stuff, you could drop me a line there. You know where I'm at. And the guest that we have today is a returning guest. I think the last time me and this person spoke in depth was maybe like 2017, something like that, like 9 years ago. And it's funny how life works because, for the new listeners and stuff like that, I put this podcast down to go start another one. And then when that one was done, I picked this one back up. And one thing I had on my mind was I wonder what happened, like what's going on with all my old guests and stuff, like people I talk to and stuff like that. Some people I follow on Instagram and they've done complete 180s and stuff like that. Some are, way further in their career than they were when they were here. Some have unfortunately passed on and things like that. And one thing I wanted to do was catch up with people to see where they are in their journey. And then lo and behold, as life would have it, the guest I have now hit me up like, yo, I need to tell my story. I don't want to tell on no other platform but yours. I respect you. I fuck with you. Last time I was here, it was all love. So he wants to come here and tell a story. And I said, I bet, he didn't even know I was trying to do something like that. So, that's just how the world works and stuff like that. Notorious in the streets for transferring the money in your pocket to his pocket. Been a journeyman of sorts. He's going to tell us the good, the bad, the ugly. We're going to get into his business a little bit. Last time we talked about like the myth and the legend. Today we're going to talk about the man. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the dojo. Well, welcome back to the dojo. Hustle Man himself, Kenneth Little,
Yes,
a.k.a. Hustle Man.
Yes, sir.
Hustle Man, how you doing, man?
Good, man. Still here, so God still fear, brother.
Yeah, I hear that, man. How's life been treating you, man?
Good, man. No
Good.
complaints, man.
Shining,
Yeah,
life treat you all right. you ain't hurt now.
Nah, man. That ain't enough for discussion, man. Tranquility and peace is what I seek more than anything these days, brother. You know what I'm saying? And with that, then that's when you're really rich, man. That money materialistic stuff fools a lot of us, bro.
Yeah, right. Now, like I said earlier, you hit me in the DM telling me that, a lot of people have been telling you to tell your story. What about your story needs to be told now? Like, why now are you deciding to tell your story?
To how I transformed, man, from basically getting evicted out of every home we lived in as a child, man. If you check the New Haven statistics of records and put my mom's name in there, it's literally the truth. Every home we evicted out of it, man. Then I got transitioned into this game that gave me some light. 3-car Monte in the shell game, etc. Then the transition into investing some of that into business, etc. Now for the last 14 years, I've been selling problem-free cars, Google quality used cars, and put it in North Haven now. I just transitioned from New Haven and Hamden to North Haven, and 5 stars, no bad reviews, man. And I'm just a survivor, man. You know what I'm saying, man? And a winner is somebody that lost enough until they finally win without quitting.
That's a fact.
And that's the story I want to get out.
That's a fucking fact. So, last time you was here, we talked about, the hustling side, like the 3-car Monte, the shell game and stuff like that. It's really just like, I guess, talking about your reputation here in like, not even Connecticut, but just New England of sorts, where, because you travel up and down here and just, doing your thing. I guess when people hear your story, like what part of your story do they hear and they automatically say you need to tell that on somebody's platform?
It's funny, man. I got a neighbor living next door to me, man, that you touched that question. And he's African. He's in the real estate, etc. So he sees me, invites me over. He says, yo, man, we're having a party tonight, man. Why don't you come through? So I go over there, it's a bunch of Africans. And so he said, yo, I told one of my guys I was inviting you because he sees me throughout the hood where I live at, flipping the cars.
Yeah.
Right. And so he says, I told my guy I was inviting you over, man. You came through too. And he said, you got him with the game, man. I said, nah, man. Right? So the guy comes, he says, yo, this is like 13, 14 years ago. Me and my boy was on the bus in Bridgeport, we lost money, man. And he was like, yo, man, you ain't putting this out yet? I said, you know what, something, man? I need a recorder around me all the time to see that it's actual facts that I'm saying. I just reached out to somebody, man, and said I need to reconnect with him to go and get this told, right? So then his man comes in, and so I said, yo, you're on demonstration. I ain't fold. I ain't old. Right?
Yeah. So, I ain't lost it. Yeah, don't act like it.
So I take it out, man. Don't you know, some of them Africans ready to go, but my man, that's his people. So he said, yo, you're going to lose. And this ain't no place I ain't been before. He ain't a hater or nothing. He protecting his people. That's his party. But in my younger, dumber years, I quickly equalized that he's a hater. And that wasn't even the case, bro.
Yeah.
You know?
Now, is it easy to spot a lick when you see somebody, when you're doing the game? Is it easy to see somebody coming up? Is it like their mannerisms? Is it their stance? Is it like how intrigued they are in the game? Like how easy is it to spot a lick?
You have to, when you've been in long enough and strong enough, you get a certain energy. You know what I'm saying? First, you can look at them and not the stereotype or whatever the case may be. You want to base it on how comfortable you may be taking that certain looks, money. Yeah. Like if you see some hood ass cats or whatever the case may be, you're going to move differently and reluctantly, right? So not to be basis or rise or nothing, but you see like a school of white kids, or white boys, you're more comfortable. You know what I'm saying?
Because you know they don't fucking know no better.
Yeah, and they ain't gonna be on that rah shit. You know what I'm saying? And so with that being said, as you're playing accordingly, you can identify whether you can scrape this kid hard or just let him get once or twice and get out of here. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because I have gotten kids in Bridgeport back in the day, and one of them had the nerve to say, "Yo, man, me and him was talking about this too. Now we best of friends." Yeah, a lot of people on the bus losing money. And I got my girl with me, she's with me, got my man with me, he with me. And so they're trying to convince him to play. He said, yo, listen, hustle, man, I know all your peoples. And he said, you shut the fuck up, man. I know you with him, He said, but I'm going to try you for $20, hustle, man. I said, all right, man, you know, I'm from the zoo. How you going to do? I'm going to do too. Right. So he said, all right, let's do this. So I get on, boom, he loses $20. He said, you can't beat me, man. So he loses the $20, and he asked me this question, man. If we get further in this, we're going to interview him, man. Yeah. Because he hit me last month. Two of his sons brought cars off me, and we told his son the stories. Okay. They said, boy, you better get this out. Yeah. So he says to me, this is a real true story now. Yo, man, all right, you got that 20 from me. Now, how have I placed a bet with you that you can't take a sucker punch? I said, I'll take that bet with you, but I bet you can't take all the holes I'm going to put in you. Right? So you give me that and say, nah, man, you're real when you got that. Now we best of friends.
Well, that's what's up. Somebody that can take a loss.
Yeah, you know, basically. Yeah.
I mean, you know what you're doing if you gambling your money on a bus downtown or wherever you may be. You know it's a chance that you're going to lose. You know, and you're a professional. You know he ain't going.
Now, back in the days, bro, I ain't have the wisdom I had. I shoot out with $5. I've just learned the game. I'm starving like Marvin. We got evicted out of home. I'm doing homework with my flashlights and from school, etc. So we in Winchester Avenue in the Ville one time, and these Geechee boys is over there, and one of them wants to bet $5. So I'm just learning the game. I want to bet $5 now to save my life, man. I really take a bet less than $500 a pop now. So I bet him $5 back then. So he loses the $5. And I got sold up in the bushes because we in the hood. Yeah. Right? He said, yo, man, you going to give me my $5 back, man? I said, $5, man? How you going to get your $5 back? That's a square bet, man. He said, you going to give me my $5 back? Matter of fact, I'm going home and get my pistol, man, and I'm going to get my $5. I said, come back. You're going to get a lot more than $5 with that. Right. Come back, right? So,
I got something for you.
Right? So I'm young, bro. I'm like 17. 18. I'm starving like Marvin, but I'm getting ready to get my calling. Yeah. So now he's coming back, bro. With this pistol, 22 on him, whatever it was. He shoots it in the air, man. So I grabs the sword off, man. I'm shooting at him, bro. Boom, for $5. $5. Now today, bro, I would hand back 5 G's. Throughout the course of those years, I survived by giving it back. You know what I'm saying? My man could be right there with the tool or whatever the case may be. I didn't count that money, and no chance they would win that money. So it ain't no, you would have won my money. That's what all my partners used to be trying to tell me, right? So I said, now sometimes we got to use our brain more than our hearts, bro. You know, because our heart write a check, our ass to want to cash.
Man, listen, all that young and dumb stuff, like the things we hold near and dear when we're young, that if we're lucky enough to get older and actually recollect on them, we was like, yeah, we made some stupid decisions. Dude. Like we did a lot of dumb shit that we should be dead in jail, crippled. Yes. We should be destitute. Like we should be fucked up,
man. Yep, and that shows, but that we got our calling to survive that. Now pay tribute. You know what I'm saying? Execute that wisdom and try to pass it on.
By the grace of God, man.
Yes, sir.
So, I guess let's start from the beginning of like, we'll just work our way up to, I guess, right now. Okay. So you're from New Haven, born and raised?
Yeah, I was born and raised in out the way they call it, Brookside, Rockview, Oriental Gardens projects, from birth to the age 14.
Okay.
And then we got evicted out of there. Projects. Rent was like $70 a month.
Okay.
No exaggeration. She missed 3 months or whatever, we get kicked out of there. Boom, we go stay at some family house in the Ville, you know what I'm saying, for like a week or two. Then she got an emergency apartment. So then at 14, we moved on Lilac Street. And that's where I learned the 3-car Molly at.
Okay, so you was 14 when you learned the 3-car Molly.
Yeah.
So
no, 3 years after being there.
3 years after being there.
When I moved there, I'm robbing, snatching purses, breaking in houses for like 2 or 3 years. And then about 16 and a half, 17, I peeped the 3-car Molly game. And then that was it.
Now, did you look at it as another hustle, or did you look at it as a way out?
When I first learned it, man, I just seen like people playing pity pat for money or shooting dice for money. That's why I looked at it as, man. And so there was some kids that was in the Ville that was older than me, in their 20s and 25. They was going down to the Bronx, Fordham Road, and meeting guys. So it was this white guy, man, cool dude named Bobby Romano from New York. So he came up here and introduced a lot of those cats to that game. And so now I got my pistol with me. I'm robbing people, et cetera, whatever. And so I stand behind these cats and I peep what was going on. Everybody else was in the front. And you stand behind the back of them, you get a trajectory of what moves they make. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just studying, man. Everything around me is my teacher because I'm starving, you know? And so I peeped it. I said, "Oh shit!" So I go get a deck of cards with the next person I snatch, and I'm tricking my and I'm tricking my sisters, and my brothers, etc. And I'm tricking them. I think nothing of. I'm playing basketball for Hill House High School. I'm getting kicked out of every high school in New Haven, and so I still got that, but I don't know if it makes money or not. I just figure it's some food money or whatever you want to do, right? And so now I'm at Club Eminence. It was a club in New Haven around that time, right downtown, Crown Street, popping. I'm standing outside. My man know I got my sword up on me, and it's this kid, man. And I could say his name because he still played the game too, and he's a strong brother, but you know, you know what I'm saying? And I seen him around or whatever, and so he said, "Yo, man, don't rob me, man. Nigga spreading the word, man. As long as they give you something to eat, you ain't gonna rob him." I said, "Yeah, man, like a dope friend. You give him some dope, he ain't gonna rob you." I said, "What's going on?" He said, "I'm gonna do this game, man, and just stand out here, man, and I'm gonna bless you, man." So I said, "I got you back." He said, "Make sure nobody get wild, man, because they come out the club, they be drunk and stupid. So I got your back and front like a bra and chiropractor. Don't stress it, man." Boom. I'm standing there, see him get like 400 or 500 in like 15 minutes, 20 minutes. She says to me, "Here, take this $80. That's big to me. I'm finding that in purses, right? And so I said, "Yo, man."
Just for standing there.
Yeah. With the gun. So I said, "Yo, man." I said, "Yo, where you going, man?" He said, "I'm going inside the club. I'm coming right back out. We ain't finished. You gonna get some more." I said, "Yo, I ain't going nowhere, man. I'm like a telephone pole now. I'm standing there, yo." He comes back, bro. Got a little coke and dope on a bill. He's sniffing. So I said, "Yo, man, you ever went to bed with that bread like your name is Wonder Man and got a mentality that if it ain't a necessity, it can't get with my pocket, yo?" He said, "Nah, that's what I do." But he's getting money. He had some diamonds on and shit. He said, "Nah, this is what I do." I said, "Yo, bro, man, I didn't know that game make that kind of money, man. Give me some of that, man. I'm taking this $80. I'm going to buy me a deck of cards at the gas station, and I'll see you downtown tomorrow." He said, "Ah, man, you don't know how to play that game, man." I said, "I'll see you tomorrow." Week later, I had my first night New York Chrysler, man, a week later, bro. And I never look back, man, to this date, man. It's right in my bag right now, bro. And I got 2 dealerships and flipping cars like them cards.
Now, I guess before life put your back against the wall, like what kind of kid were you? Were you like, energetic, ambitious? Did you look at life a certain way? Like do you remember what type of kid you were before, I guess, life started coming at you hard?
Yeah, man. I throughout all the struggles, man, I knew it was something special. it was something special, man, because my mom, she was an alcoholic, you know what I'm saying? She died from cirrhosis of the liver. It was 6 of us. And in the process of when she go into her binges, all other 5 children would leave and disperse to aunts and uncles and their friends' houses. I stayed and suffered with her. No heat, turned the oven on, etc. And I suffered with her friends. This is what I learned, and they was planting the seed in me. One of her friends just says, always say, yo, that boy is going to be something. I was like 8 or 9 years old, 10 years old. I had stabbed a bully at the age of 10 in those projects, bro. And he was bullying everybody and said whatever. And I told him it was my turn. My mom taught me that, man. She said, if you can't get them, beat them, you bite them, you stab them, you shoot them, or whatever case may be. So she planted that seed in me. So get back to the root of it. Her friends would say, something special about that boy. And I sitting there, I'm listening to this as a kid. And they don't know some things as kids absorb. It's that sponge stays with them for life. You know what I'm saying? So when you lose, that voice be still with me like, nah, you're a winner, man. You're special. Because we were losing at that time. That's why losing could never defeat me.
Wow. So I remember you said in the DM that at like 10 years old, you got your calling. What was that calling do you think it is?
When I stabbed that kid, man.
But what's your call? Like, what, like, okay, so doing that, what came over you where you said, okay, this is either I got to pivot from this or this is who I am. This is my circumstance. This is what I got to deal with. Like, what type of calling did you?
At that age, because remember I was telling you, get so many different callings in life, and different callings can be attributed to different specifications, like different categories.
Yeah, maybe I got to grow up a little sooner than I wanted to.
Right.
Because I'm 10, take care of my mama. Now I'm dealing with this. But now when you get into the violent world, now you can't really go back.
Right. So now that calling, I got that calling, I specifically said, I ain't going to be no punk. I ain't gonna be no punk. Any bully getting it.
Everybody getting it.
I wasn't aware of prison yet, and how you can't have no women yet, that deeply or nothing like that, right? So when that happened, I got that calling, and we lived in the projects out there. No kids bully me no more. You know what I'm saying? I had no more problems and stuff, and so they was like, "Yo, all right, man, you mess with him if you want to." Blah 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 blah. So that was like a violent calling that I end up having to let it subside in me also, because now as I grow up and do move into the Ville, I still end up shooting a few people. You know what I'm saying? And it's over things that absolutely I was at no threat of being hurt or nothing like that.
Yeah, it's like some petty stuff. Like an argument or like small change. Something stupid. Yeah, we all go through shit like that. Not as violently, but you know, we all go through like shit like that. But so I guess the card game was your first hustle. Well, not the first way you got money, because you said you was doing like you're robbing and shit like that. So the card game is like your first hustle.
My first true hustle.
Hustle.
Yeah.
Now, how much did you make the first time?
The first time I played it?
Yeah.
First time I played it ever in my life, I think I made like 200 or 300, man. I was like 16, 17.
Where were you?
I was in New Haven, downtown on the Green.
Okay.
Right downtown on the Green. So it was 1st and 16th where they got them checks on that time from the welfare. The 1st and 16th. So every first of the month, 16, we down there. And but the most I ever made from one person at that time when I first learned the game, me and my guy, a student named Barry Atkinson, been with me all those years, man. We both were 17. We in Hartford, man. And this is why I know the game is real potent. This is my calling. You could get something, but a certain callings come to let you know that's it or it ain't.
Yeah.
Whatever is in your life, your wife or whatever, you know that's yours. That works for you. And so now we getting on the bus in Hartford. We parked. I had an orange Cadillac at that time. I got rid of the Chrysler that I had one, that New York, hustled up. So now we on the bus. It's the Army dude. He's just coming home from the Army. He got his duffel bag. So I look at my man, like you said, can you decide is he him? Right? So I said, yo, that's him, man, right there, man. Right? So young as hell, but I'm alternating to where I am now. Up here mentally first. So I said, yo, sit up in the front, man, and let him come to the back. So I calls him to the back. He sits down. My man walks back there. Boom. I just learned the game. It ain't that potent yet. Me and my man start paying for $20. Boom. My man wins $20. Boom. I pay him. The dude's like, oh, I'll try that. Boom. So now he pulls out on bankroll, I don't know, 2 or 3 bands. But I ain't got the wisdom I got right now. Right? Now I took niggas for 10 bands. But that time, this dude had like 2 or 3 bands. And he says he's not betting no more than $20. I ain't have the articulation or the vocabulary to make him bet me more. And I was trying. I said, yo, do 40, man. Do 40. But it wasn't instilled in me. The calling wasn't that level yet. Right? He bets 20 times, man. That's the only way I got 500 from this dude, right? And then he was genius. Now I'm learning at that time, when you get somebody to bet that many times, if it isn't significantly big, they're going to quit.
Yeah.
Right? So if those was hundreds each time, blah, 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 blah. So as I grew older, I realized my mistake there. I was supposed to refuse him that first bet. But I was young. That was money to me. I was still starving a little bit. So I get to 500. He said, that's it. You ain't getting no more from me, man. I don't care. And he showed me the rest, like 15, 1600 left. I shake his hand. He gets off the bus. To this date, man, I have people betting 3 bands, 5 bands, 6 bands. I got videos I'm going to send to you where they betting racks.
Now, is it because they think they could beat you, or they just like a gambling addict?
No, I make them absolutely positive. Some of the moves are larceny moves, like like you bend the red card and it's the only one bent.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can show you a demonstration. You're like, wow. Or take all 3 cards and I'll put the red card down there and you say, he took that money. You rip a piece of your paper and you lick it and put it on the card. Boom. Larceny hard. That's what make them bet. You know what I'm saying? That big money like that. So at that time, I didn't have that in my arsenal back then either. All that.
Now, when you in this world of hustling, like, what's the ugliest part of it?
The ugliest part is that basically, if you don't got the brain work and hustling, period, your life on the line for every dime. You know what I'm saying? You can lose your life if you don't know what to say at certain different particular times. It could be a problem, man. And it's funny, man, because there's some stories that we're gonna get out, man. To whereas it's been violent times, etc. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna get to all that.
Now, where'd you learn the gift of gab? Was it something that you had to learn through experience? Did you have anybody like help you? Like once you started doing it yourself, like how did you develop that?
You can be taught what you want in classrooms, books, computers, etc., whatever. But there's no teaching that is powerful as experiencing it. So therefore, once you deal with so many different people with mentalities and their vocabs coming at you, you got to reminisce of, I've been there before. I've been here before. I heard that. So you know what to tell them in response to what they're saying. Because when you do it this long, you know, heard every complaint and every reluctancy that's making them don't want to play.
Now, when did hustling, I guess, stop being something that you was just trying to get some money out of, and when did it start becoming your identity?
I'd say when I first got that Cadillac back then, I was about 18 when I got that, right? And the whole New Haven was talking about it. They still tell me about it today. Some people send me pictures of it today. And then I said, you know what? We're tearing up New Haven. Then we started going to Hartford and other places, right? Then I said, you know what? Let's go down Charlotte. Let's start traveling further. So you haven't heard from me, but in 2019, we flew the whole country right before the pandemic came. Everywhere there was a car show in Detroit, Chicago, California, North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida. I got pictures and videos. We played 3 car Monte for that whole year almost. That's when I came back in 2019, September, and I got the dealership on Dixwell Avenue. But we traveled the country, man. I was saying, I got to get back to you.
Hitting them everywhere.
And then that's when I said, you know what? This is you, man. I'll be a millionaire and I'll still be here. Even if it's for fun, I'll play it.
Yeah. Now, being that you own 2 car lots now, right? Did making fast money change how you viewed regular work?
Yeah, it did, man. Because I see so many people struggle. You know what I'm saying? Work hard, man. Day up, day out. They tired, etc., whatever. And one income is a really like, it's modern day slavery, man. After they pay all their bills, etc.
you preaching?
No, but I'm saying there's so many people that I give back now. You know what I'm saying? And I told myself that when I opened up this car dealership, that was my mission. I've hustled people so many years, for 40-something years, and I promised my crew, my wife, my family, everybody that I'm gonna give back. She said, "How?" I said, make sure every car somebody be in it is like my family going in it. And if you look at my reviews, you'll be proud of me, bro.
Don't sell no lemons.
No,
nobody.
I don't fucking lemons unless it's some aid being made.
got to keep your word somehow. Your name got to ring bell somehow. So if it's not in the street, hey, this legal hustle I got, I ain't gonna sell you no bad cars. Everything's up to inspection. You know,
Exactly.
you gonna drive the lot happy.
Exactly, man. You smart, man. Because last week, this cool white girl came, man. Ain't know me from Adam. Said she's on Facebook merchandise and she just read all my reviews and she says I was kind of skeptical because you don't got no bad reviews and how many years you been there. So I know people be paying people to make these reviews. I said, but hold it, time out. They're trying to compensate for the bad ones, right? And she said, yeah. I said, did you see a bad review? She said, no. I said, let's test drive this car and see what you think. Took it. Just like that.
A lot. Now, what's your first serious consequence from, I guess, doing the 3-car Monte?
Oh, man. You know something, man? Sometimes it's the closest people to you, man, is the most hate is from the closest face. They was the biggest snake sometimes. This is going to be deep, man. This should be.
See why I ain't got no co-host? You know?
Yo.
See them niggas gone, right?
Yo, this should be, you smart. And trust me, I'm different, man. I'm circle, man. My family, I got one friend, I would say my friend or two, man. Yo, it's this dude, man. We playing 3-car Monte. I'm up in Providence, Rhode Island, man. Young. 18, 19, right after I get the orange Cadillac. I'm killing it, man. Every city we going to play, girls coming at me like, I'm a modern day jigger back then, right? So one day he says to me on the bus in Hartford, he says, damn, man, he got all the cars or the jewelry, man, every time we go in the girls, he's my man, he's on my team. But I didn't have the wisdom now to acknowledge that little hint, man. The little hint of bad negative energy that detects a little jealousy, you take heed of that, man. It'll turn into something large and it'll carry for your life to know you could have lost yours. So he says that to me, right? And so now we go up to Providence one day, me and him. I said, you hold the gun, man. You hold the pistol. You sit in the front of the bus. You know how we do it. My other man couldn't come. Yeah. So one will hold the gun and don't interact with me, and the other one will come back and bet. But that day, my man couldn't come, my boy Barry, right? And so now we get up Providence, girls on the bus. It was the 16th or the 1st of the month. She was like $400, a whole welfare check. And she said, listen, hustle man. She said, listen, man, I know you're from Connecticut. We in Providence, Rhode Island. She said, I don't care about the money, but my jewelry, she lost like 3 or 4 gold chains, right? She said, I gotta have that back. My man to kill me, man. I said, don't worry about it, honey, man. So back then, we ain't had no cell phones or nothing back then. We had beepers, right? So I said, all right, man, you take my beeper number, man. I'm gonna get off with you anyway. I'm gonna give you back your jewelry. Now, we get off in the hood. My man knows to get off at the next stop and keep his eye on me. He got the pistol, right? Right? And so when I talk to him, it's facts. It's not no fake shit, right? So now I get off, I'm giving her change. And see this black dude come walking up. He's just a hood nigga. I ain't think none of that. I got my shit on. I got all my jewelry on. And so he said, yeah, what's going on, Tosh? She said, oh, just the hustle from Connecticut everybody talking about. And you know, he's like, yeah, I heard about he going through here. So I see my man. I already started thinking about that thing. Yeah. I see my man, he starts walking towards me. So I said, okay, this told me how to react when he reached a certain peak. Yeah. So he said, oh, well, so you give me back your jewelry? I said, yeah. He said, matter of fact, straight razor, give me yours too. So I see my man coming. I could have been a track star, man. I should have been a track star. I left him. I could have left him, bro. I could have left him, made it to my car and everything, man. I still run like that today, bro. And I look back, I see my man coming running. So I'm now on a secluded area, man. I take a lie detector test for anything I say up here. And so I'm looking and I see a church. So I see my man coming. He getting ready to turn, me and him made a turn. So now I'm going to turn into the back of the church. So I get into the back of the church. I'm left this nigga. I could have kept making it back to my car if I wanted to. But I see a stick over there. Got some nails in it or whatever. I said, he gonna come back here first, and my man coming back here. And I'm gonna put more holes in this nigga than all noses on earth, yo. So so he turned that corner, bro. I cracked him, man, on the Bible, man. I cracked him, man. So I got this, bro. Only scar ever from the game. And it ain't from the game. It's from my man, because I had my shit down pat, right? I cracked him. It split. Nails stuck him in his cheeks, and the little piece of the stick was left in my hand. So I dropped it, and I'm a jet by this nigga. I jets by this nigga, man. He sticks it out. I don't know nothing, man. The girl get one of her homegirls to come riding looking for me and sees me. Now, I couldn't make it to my car. And she says, yo, hustle, man, look, man. Get in this car, man. He be doing that and walking around the neighborhood trying to rob people. I said, nah, I got to find my boy, man. Get in the car. and take me to my car. I'm gonna find my boy. I'm gonna find that nigga, man. I'm gonna find that nigga. She said, are you crazy? Look at your neck. Look at your neck. So she showed me the mirror. Brown. And she's like, ain't that your jugular vein side? Get in this car. Right? I'm hood. I don't know nothing about jugular vein side. I learned that
trying to
day.
get away. Yeah.
So she take me to the hospital, bro. This story, man, it's a movie, man. She take me to the hospital, bro. She's out there. She's waiting for me outside. And she told the police the name already. I said, yo, I don't know his name. They said, how about we show you his picture? I said, I don't know him. Boom. They says, all right, man, we can't do nothing then. I said, all right, cool. And so now when I get out, they says, you got to stay overnight. The doctor said, you got to stay overnight because that's your jugular side. You want to just observation to say you don't start bleeding later on, blah, blah, blah. I said, what do I sign to get out of here? I got to go find my boy. That's all I'm saying, man. We could get the girls to attest to this. I said, I think he might have been into the nigga and the nigga might have got him. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So they said, all right, you signed. So I signed. I left. Big patch on my neck, man. I'm riding around here, man. Providence, looking for this nigga for like an hour, 2 hours. So what the fuck? This nigga ain't go check no hospitals.
Never.
He ain't call my beeper. I ain't thinking about none of this. Yo, I swear, man. I said, let me just go home, man. All right, so I go home, and I pulls up to my spot. The white boy live across the street in Victory Drive in New Haven. He comes out. Ken, what happened to your neck? Because I ran around with this nigga for so many hours, and I'm in the hospital for so many hours. So that's like 8, 9, 10 hours before I get back to Connecticut. So the little white boy sees me come, and he says, yo, what happened to your neck? And he said, I thought that was you going in your house last night. And I said, what you mean? He said, yeah, the guy said you sent him there. I said, huh? I go inside. All the jewelry I take from people all the years, I keep them in different little jewelry jars with the jewelry cleaner in them, right? And then I sell it at Christmas time, right? So I go, and he told me the guy went in the house. I immediately went to the jewelry, and now I said, damn, my bankrolls. But whoever went in the house was looking for the money, only found the jewelry jars, right? So I could live with that. So now my bankrolls at that time, I had DJ stuff in my house, and all the albums had the racks in them. G in this hour, G in this hour. He went right through those. You know what I'm saying? So if I'm there DJing, I'm the only one touch it, so they never knew the money was in. Right? So I go back outside to the little white boy. I said, yo, so what? He said, I was pulling on the jacket so hard, Ken, I would recognize your jacket. I said, okay, listen, I'm going to bring a handful of my friends out here tomorrow. Don't say nothing. I'm gonna say this story to them on the way out here. This is the Bible, man. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say what you're telling me, and I'm gonna see how they react. I say the story. Same nigga that had my pistol taking off his jacket when we getting up to my house. Put it down, act like I don't see him or whatever the case may be. Boom. We go in the house, man. Start DJing, etc. I go get the little white boy. Turn red as an apple. That's the jacket. Well, I said, what? And he said, yeah. I said, oh, calm down. So I go back. To finesse it, I said, the white boy couldn't spot the jacket. He tried to put it under the seat. I said, the white boy couldn't spot the jacket. He said he can't see it. And so now I said, but don't worry about it. We're going to go up East Rock. It's a rock in New Haven. So we're going to go celebrate, man. I'm going to send them, get y'all some beer, whatever the case may be. And I go get another pistol from my man. Right? And now he gives me back my same pistol.
Yeah.
Right? So I get another pistol from my man. We get up East Rock. I pulls it. I said, it was you, motherfucker, right now. He tries to run, bro. I got a crew of niggas that's with me that'll come and testify. He tried to run. Ran right into a fucking tree on the Bible, bro. I can't make this up. You need a fucking movie director to come make this up like it's a lie. And he falls. I said, yo, I'm going to count to 3, and I'm hitting one knee, man. Tell me where the jewelry at. You couldn't find the money. 1, 2. Oh, it's at my house in the back of an old TV that don't work. Blah, 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 blah. I tell my man, y'all stay here. You come with me. I'm going to your house, my nigga. I said, if a plate move, I'm clapping at it, man. I said, so I'm going upstairs. Went to his house, wherever, got the jewelry, my nigga. And my man was just kind of convinced me to shoot him. I said, I ain't gonna shoot him because I played my hand like that. You know what I'm saying? So after that was a calling. That was a calling, you know what I'm saying? So now, even you got those pistols, why you don't put in a situation where it's got to be anybody's body? You know what I'm saying? Give back. That's where the come up is at, by give back. You know, if they lose 10 G's, give back. $5 are shooting over. Now people, like, if they lose money and they get upset, bro, or they don't got, that's their gas money, give back. And that's how I survived for the rest of that incident. That's how I survived.
So the homie think you was like gone, you was out of here?
He thought I was gone.
Oh, okay.
He was somewhere watching my neck bleeding.
You see, okay, yeah. So he went home thinking about, I'm about to get all this nigga shit.
Yeah.
He don't need it. He gone. So,
Yeah.
but then you go home like, nah.
Yeah, man. So sometimes the motherfuckers that's closest to you is the one you got to know and watch the most, man. Because strangers, you already got all your radars up, man.
Yeah.
You know?
So he ain't try to go to the hospital with you or nothing. He went straight back home and said, I'm going to just empty this nigga shit up.
Yeah, man.
That's insane.
Yeah.
Now, how do you, I guess, vet people to protect you? Like, is it like people that are your day ones? Is it people that you know you can trust? Like, how do you get certain people around that you know, like, hey, they ain't gonna double cross me, they ain't gonna do no shady shit?
Yo, now all my little mans is big. 21s, 22s, 23s, we go get them.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? We go get it, no problem. My wife's nephew, my nephews. But before that, it's people that you took their money. Like this one dude, man, I lost. Man, he was the strongest one I ever had in all my life. If the police catch me doing it, he won't punch the police, that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? And Dean Dixon, man, rest in peace, man. At the pandemic time, he wasn't playing. And he was so depressed, he committed suicide. But he was the strongest one I ever had, man. I took his money, him and this girl in Bridgeport, way back. There was like 15, 16. He been with me now since he's been 45, 40. Boom. He lost $5. The girl lost $5. And so any hood I go play in, I normally get somebody who lose their money to be on my team. Because if I'm going to stay there all the time, I'm one of the families now. You know what I'm saying?
Need some regulars.
Yeah. He tell me who he is, where he live, et cetera, whatever. So even when we go to Charlotte, Chicago, I do that. And so I put him down. He stayed with me the whole time, man. I'm talking about he's so ruthless, bro. One time we had a cookout for this game for the team at Seaside Park in Bridgeport, and it's lit. It's 4th of July, so we're gonna work and enjoy our day at the same time. He was so ruthless, man. One of my mans who worked with me also, and his cousin was on the team, and so some girls, every time I'm playing, these girls ain't got no money, but somebody over there got money, and the girls is grabbing the tops in the cars and revealing it. So I said, yo, you gotta make sure they don't do that. That could cost us that victim right there. That victim will walk away once they see that thing they would have lost. So I said, yo, make sure they don't pick up the top. And so my man over here said, all right, I got it. It happened again, man. My man went over there and smacked the shit out of him, man. I had to fire him for the day, bro.
All right, go home, man. You know what?
Yeah, he smacked him, right?
You're a little high strung. Go home. See you tomorrow, next week.
Right. So now I'm taking that the wrong way at that time. Instead of schooling him, et cetera, whatever, and tell him that's not necessary when that's needed, I'll call on you for that aspect of heightening of violence, man.
Yeah.
So now, I said, yo, so it's me and my man said, yo, man, why you smack my cousin for, man? Because it was cousin.
Yeah.
He said, why you smack my cousin for, man? You could have stopped the girl, told, why smack your cousin? Bow, he smacks him too.
I smacks everybody.
Yeah, so now that was it. I said, yo, man, you got to go, man. Go back over there where the girls at with the cookout, et cetera, whatever, man. So he went over there and stayed, but I lost him, man, right at the pandemic time, man. And he was the strongest one, man.
Word.
And so, but as far as now as that aspect, I can go with all girls now because it's all brain work. It's all brain work. If I have somebody for that, it's for some sticker boy walking around or something like that. And other than that, anybody who's playing it next year, they get that money back, bro. You know what I'm saying? I have a 7-year-old daughter I got to get home to.
Right. Now, how do you, like, practice this? Do you need, like, an audience to practice? Because you can't just go out in the street and practice with, you know, live people that you want to hustle on the street. Like, how do you, I guess, get your reps in?
You, like I told you, my first learning, I was tricking my brothers and sisters, et cetera, whatever.
Okay.
And it's kind of funny.
Now, did they know what you was doing, or was they just, like, playing a game with their brother? It was like, oh, I don't actually know what he's trying to do, but he just doing, like, a trick.
My brother who I'm getting the money from, my little sisters and brothers, they just thinking that it's just a fun game, you know, and I'm gonna trick them, et cetera, whatever. But I'm telling them this is what I'm making money off of now. And it's funny, one of my sons challenged me, man, like 6-7 years ago. He got older. He's like 60, 50. I could get you now, Dad. You know, you're getting older. Yeah, you're getting older. I said, listen, man, you got your little money saved up? He said, yeah. He said, I got like $45 saved up. I said, yo, man, I'm gonna take your $45, man. It's going towards your next food. He said, no, you ain't. I'm going to get you, right? So my other sons, you know, because there's 6 kids at that time, they said, you sure you want to do that? He said, Dad, he think he gonna get you, man. I said, I showed you and told you how it go, fool. And I still gonna get you because the one that you think it ain't, it will be. The one you think it is, it won't be.
Can't outdo the master.
Right, yo, like, it could be the real one. You think I did the magic, son. Right? And so I said, go get your money. He go get his money. Plop, plop, plop. Knock him in his head.
Right.
The other one said, you're not gonna give it back? You're not gonna give it back? I said, no.
I told you.
Yo, not gonna give it back, man.
Trying to say you before it happened.
But I still practice, yo. Like my little 7-year-old daughter. I play with her, etc., whatever. But it's like once you got it down pat, it's like riding a bike.
Yeah.
You get back on it, you going. Yeah.
Okay. Now, I guess, do you ever feel, I guess, trapped by the reputation that you created? Like, everyone always knows you as hustle man. You can't escape it. Everybody looking not sideways at you, but they got their guard up when you come around. Like, I don't know if I'm gonna leave with the money I came with.
Yo, that's deep, man. Yo, you sharp, man, because I just outgrew that recently, man. Like what they think, and what they believe. But you do have a reputation you still have to behold. You know what I'm saying? So at certain times and places and areas, you can't do that anyway because you might get robbed. Something might happen.
Something might
right?
happen, yeah.
And so now I differentiate when I'm going somewhere like this, et cetera, whatever. And I used to have a desire to want to be known, right? I lost that desire recently to want to be known. You know well. If you don't by now, go to hell.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And now, like, sometimes my wife have to say, yo, get dressed, man. You go, la, 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 la. So for her, I go get sharp or whatever the case may be. But to just want to be like famous is a calling that you may have missed, and that calling may never come again. So you're already famous to people that really know you and love you. You know what I'm saying? And when I went to see Jay-Z last Sunday, and I sat there, I was the biggest sponge I've ever been in my life, bro. And I walked out of there like I left for college because he was my biggest inspiration, man. I was outside. It supposed to start the music or whatever at 8 o'clock. Me and wifey was in there in that line at 6-something, bro. And there's 20, 30,000 people out. So I go live and I said, yo, got to pay homage to Hov, man. And he's my GOAT of the hip-hop game. And all my life in hustling, I never had a bigger inspiration. Boom, right? And so I sat there. He didn't come out for 3 or 4 hours, bro, for reasons. They about to have a riot or whatever, right? My wife's like, I can't believe you're sitting here, yo. So I sit there, bro. One of my girls who been on my team, I met her the same time I met that kid, right? She's 40 now. She was only 16 too at that time. I put her on my team. She seen my live and says, yo, I knew you was in there. You been in there since 6 o'clock, nigga. It's almost 11:30, 12 o'clock. You still in there? Many times you made us leave places.
Oh, yeah, that was that Sunday show.
Yeah, that was that Sunday show. So I sat it out, man. And when I sat there, bro, I was like, yo, his callings got answered. His callings got answered. So you don't got to worry about nobody. If they don't get your story, man, you know your story is big as anybody else that blew up. And when I got that, I'm Gucci.
Now, because you've been doing it for so long, is it hard to turn that part of your brain off? Because when you, I guess, at the Yankee Stadium and you waiting for Jay-Z to come out, I would think that you would look around at all these people like, damn, this is a whole bunch of money I could be getting if I was outside. Like, is it hard to turn that off?
Oh my God, man, you're a freaking mastermind. Yo, when we get deep, she's coming.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? She gonna say, yeah, I did say that. She said to me, you want to come out here and get some Vicks? She said that to me, you know? And I said, yo, you said they wilding out there. And finally somebody said that it was like 1,000 and something people out there still got tickets, but it was 10,000 still trying to rush a door at the same time.
Yeah, that's what happened. Like a couple people had rushed the door. From what I heard, somebody had like opened like a side gate or something like that, and then like one nigga rushed in, but then somebody saw it and like 30 niggas rushed that shit.
Oh, okay.
So then they shut the thing down, and now you gotta, cause the people that rush in, they didn't get pat down or fucking wanted or whatever. So now they don't know if they got guns, knives. They don't know if they're gonna try to shoot at somebody in the crowd, shooting the stage, whatever. So the 4-hour wait, from what I heard, was they was trying to find people that didn't have tickets and where they were and get them out.
Oh, okay.
So now it's like, if you wait in there, because it's like you said, it was some people waiting there from like 5, 6 o'clock or something like that. But then I would think that somebody like you would be like, damn, this is money I could be getting. Yeah. Like, I'm just waiting around. Ain't nobody doing shit. We just listening to music on stage or whatever. Like, I could be doing something right now.
I said to my wife, yo, I said, I could have a paper right now in my hand.
Yeah.
And I could be, but every other 10 people was a cop.
Oh yeah, yeah.
It's 2 or 3 cops, every other 10 people. Man.
Yeah.
They was deep out there. And that's why I told her, I said, I won't even come out there right now because it's hot like a fucking lit match out there. How am I going to be able to hustle? But yeah, it crossed my mind, man.
Yeah. It has to, because like if you've been doing it for 40 years, it's hard to turn that switch off when you actually see people. Like your living is seeing people, crowds, meeting people. Like it's a psychology thing.
Immediately, that's the first thing come to my mind. Yeah.
Now, do you look at it as like psychology when you, I guess, playing this game and looking at people and you looking at who you can get and what you can get out of them? Is it like a psychology game, or is it just like, this is who I naturally am, my hustle?
Yeah, it's a deep psychology game, man, because those people all got different aspects of how they got their money. They got different personalities of how they pay it and receive it. And so, therefore, each person, you got to read differently. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might get one that won't shake your hand. You get one shake your hand and say, you're the man. And you got to detect that in the course of taking their money. So when you detect that a little bit, you put the brakes on that money, because you know it's a point where you're going to have to give it all back if you don't stop them at a certain percentage. And I didn't used to have that when I was young and dumber with it.
Now, who's an easier person to hustle? Somebody that's greedy or somebody that's overconfident?
The most 2 powerful people I got the most and made the most money off is larceny heart and greedy people. Larceny heart is the biggest one, because you get people that will not play. Give me a lie detector test, man. I had Muslims, I had Jews on the buses in New York. I'm riding the bus from White Plains down to the Bronx back and forth, because they got a Galleria Mall up there. So the mall buses was my office in whatever state and city I went to. So the Muslim would say, I can't play that. Boom. Jew says, I can't play that game, blah, blah, blah. So I told my people, let's test the power of larceny. Turn my head. They lift the bottle cap up or whatever. Say, Allah will forgive me one time. Allah will forgive me. They bet. Bible.
Oh, it's crazy. Now, I guess, what has this game taught you about the human ego? Because everybody comes up thinking they're going to win, they're going to get you out your money, but then they leave broke. Like, what has this game taught you about the human ego?
People think they're smarter than others, man. A lot of people think they're smarter than you. You know what I'm saying? You stupid, right? You got this big crowd here, and some of them really gonna come up, hand you thousands of dollars or whatever, and see other people losing. But some of them think they're so smart that they repeatedly play me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They see me, yo, you got the game? Some say, yo, you wasn't at the car show last week, man. And I beat them for like 5, 6 times.
Yeah, right. I'm done with that. Now, speaking of that, doing it for so long, and I guess it becoming like second nature or easy at some point, I guess you're always looking for the next rush, the next high or something like that. And I remember also in the DM, you mentioned something about some kilos, something like that. Now, is there a point in time where you put the cars down and you stepped away from it and got into the drug game?
Yeah. Honestly, the best policy, man. My kids are grown now, so I could share. You know what I'm saying? I kept that from them all when they were young.
Yeah.
And now the mothers backside me, because the 5 boys that I took and raised on my own with my wife, the mothers went and spilled the beans.
Oh, you told them
play
about
that game all the time, blah, blah, blah. And I didn't want them to go out and get in the hood with their niggas and try to follow that.
Yeah.
So when they told them, I confessed. So now I'm in New Haven, killing it, and riding through, man. Now I got nice whips like drug dealers, man, Range Rovers or whatever, man. And so one of my mans in the Ville, in New Haven, he says, yo, man, why you doing that, man? You don't hustle at nighttime? Let us start popping some coke for you, man. Blah, blah. I said, nah, man, because I was in the club.
Yeah.
And all the drug dealers, one of them was arguing. He said, yo, what's ain't got to worry about going to jail, man. You motherfuckers, like, he can hang out and go to bed when he want, man. He ain't about the police kicking his door, man. And that was a calling that I missed. To keep doing that, right? And when the niggas asked me that, I said, nah, that voice was in me. It was a guy named Randall Hobson. He was a villain nigga, but he was a veteran. He was a big coke dealer, et cetera, whatever. And so all the Eldorados and stuff like that. And so, and then I said, yo, thanks for saying that. He said, yeah, man, you ain't never going to jail. So then there was another one named King Smooth. Now, he was one of the dudes that I seen playing the game. And so now he the one gave me a call and said, you the greatest to ever play that game, young as you is, man. He said, you better not never have to work nowhere, man. And so now I say to myself, damn, man, these motherfuckers keep asking me. I tell them no for like a month straight. I tell them no. Wintertime came.
Shit slowed up because you can't be outside like that.
Right.
Yeah.
So, you know, you got to ride the bus all the time.
Yeah.
The money going to cut down substantially.
Yeah.
And so, you know, I ain't have the wisdom to know that I'm going to be great with this. Just a minor ticks and tocks on the clock. You'll have the same thing that they have. You know what I'm saying? As long as you go to bed with that bread. And so now I said, come on, man. Go get you something, man. Take a ride up New York. Bro, go up New York, get some work, man. We get a little ounce for these niggas right quick. Boom. Niggas flipped it the same night, right? So now they said they know somebody up there in New Haven that I could go to. So I'm going to these dudes, man. You know, cool people, man, back then, man. They won't mind. It's cool niggas, Chucky Wooten and Herbie, right? And so I'm going to them. I leave the club at night. I'm going to them. These niggas call me, tell me they finished. I'm going to them. Now I put the game down, man. It's in my dresser drawer. Now I go over to see these niggas one time. They ain't there that Friday night. I said, oh, shit, I want to drive to New York. I said, damn, man, what's up with these niggas? I said, fuck, we going to wait till tomorrow, man. I'll go see them. They ain't there tomorrow. I'm still doing my bus thing now, right? But because it's too cold to be outside, but I'm still doing the buses in the daytime because I would never turn my back on what made me, period, what I got into. Because sometimes I do it for kicks and chips just happen to come. You know, it's like somebody playing golf, Jordan and them. And so now I says, yo, man, these niggas ain't here neither, man. So I knock on the door. Then all of a sudden, this old Cuban motherfucker, fat nigga sitting in a station wagon with two dudes in the back and a young girl right on his passenger seat. He said, yo, come here. You look for Chucky Herbie? I said, yeah, right here in the garden, my mother's grave, bro. I said, yeah. He says, yeah, I wait for them too. Yesterday, I see you coming over here. He said, I see you got the jewelry, everything, man. He says, something about you. See them callers that I got since I've been 10 years old.
Yeah.
He says, something about you, Poppy. He says, yeah, they ducking me. I said, yeah. He said, yeah, it's okay, though, you know. He says, don't go with the guys no more. He said, I'll give you my card. I got a house in Bridgeport. I got a house in New Britain. And you're coming to see me now. If you want it, I take care of you, man. I said, I only get an ounce or two at a time. So he said, okay, you come tomorrow in Bridgeport? I said, yeah, I ride the bus in Bridgeport tomorrow. I go to this nigga tomorrow, man. He got apartments. Nigga, the kingpin, man. When I tell you the story, the government is down with that shit, man. I hope Trump don't send nobody at me.
Oh, no, you good.
I hope Trump don't send nobody at me. The government down with that shit, man.
Yeah.
When I tell you the story, you're going to think it's fabricated. He says, I go to this spot in Bridgeport. One room just got all newspaper with pounds and pounds and pounds of weed, and a lot of the weed ain't bagged up over there on the corner, right? In the other room, like 100 keys in there, man. So he says, something about you serious, man. And this nigga stick with me today, man. I know he dead by now. He says, something about you serious. I never bring a guy over here. I just see you move back and forth. I watch you go over there the last time you go see him. And I see how you carry yourself. So I said, yeah, but my money don't come from all this. I'm just investing my money in this. And I show him the game. He said, man, then I started spitting for him, some rhymes and shit too, man. And he said, you good, man. He said, how many you buying? I said, give me 3. He said, you want to take 3 or 4 more? I said, nah. I'm buying anytime I get something, I'm buying something. So when I dealt with him, these niggas killing it. 4 months, 5 months later, man, he says to me, I want to teach you something, man. I said, what? He said, you never take nothing I give you. I want to offer you. I said, because, man, I don't want to owe you. You know what I'm saying? If something happened, I go to jail, somebody rob me with it. I says, this is my main hustle right here. You know what I'm saying? So if I didn't have this, I probably would compensate not have enough to buy what I got to buy. I said, don't worry about it, man. I'll pay. So he said, nah, I want to teach you something. I said, what? This is a calling. You want to teach me how to make a rock? I said, yeah. So he said, yeah, I can see you, man. You can turn every ounce into 4, every key into 4. And so now at this time, I'm at a half a key. So I'm thinking, he said, you got some place we can go? My mother was still alive at that time, right? I said, yeah, my mom's cool, man. You know, she drink, we could buy her some liquor or whatever. He said, I'll come to your house tomorrow. He said, your brothers and little sisters and stuff like that, they have to go outside. I said, all right. So he comes tomorrow. He brings a big box, a glass table, an infrared light that leans over, light bulb in it, and wood wipes and the vice grips that you woodwork with. Got that all in a box. The young girl comes with him, and his man brings it in the house, and he go back and sit in the car. So now she gonna show me how to make motherfucking recompressed rocks, man. This motherfucker really came in there with a spaghetti strainer, man. The glass table, crushed up the rocks, man. Got some super inositol, man. Spread it all out, man. So if he got 1 ounce, he put 3 ounces on it, man. They shake it up. He had the girl doing it, man. She's mastering it, man. Boom. Spread it out on the table, bro. take a toothbrush, man, make some moisture into it, pop, throw it in a plastic bag, man, put it on the red light for a little while, put it in the freezer, took it off, threw it up against the wall. It's a brick, bro. Now, I took that and ran with it. I did one bid from that bad calling. On my whole life, I only did one sentence, man. And 88, 89, when all that money was going crazy, I was wide open. I had New Haven with something called Magic, man. And everybody's coming from New Britain, Waterbury, everybody. I'm shutting the shit down. Because every ounce, I was turning into 4. So therefore, at that time, a half-eighth was like $1.50, right?
You was making quadruple, which was...
Right. So now I was selling the half-eighth for $10, man. The line was from here to Africa in lines for those kids, man. I get a nigga 20 bands, man. He called me 4 hours later, say it's gone, bro. So now I ain't take this calling. It's just too much money, man. I'm getting ready to go to New York, buy a money counting machine. I can feel the nerves like they're coming, man. I know they're coming. The name ringing a bell like telephone. So one time a little kid found a bag called Magic, and then the news was out there and says, yo, what's this Magic? It's really powerful in Connecticut now, man. And the little dude said, I don't know, but I'm down with Magic. And he had the bag on the news. I called all those niggas. Yo, man, that's a calling right there that I missed. Like, yo, man, get that shit out of there, man. Go back and finish and put them all in white bags if you have to. I don't care, man. And I'm done, too, my nigga. Get that shit out of there and finish it. I'm done. He said, all right, I'm going to do that. So he finished it. He hit me up, bro. I said, I'm done, man, for the whole week. I'm done, man. I'm done. The first and second come greed. Man, I tell you, greed.
Yeah.
I ain't have to fuck with him, bro. Must have 200-300 bands over there, man, that I counted. And then there's another one that looked the same that I ain't count. I know it's time to go, man. More money I ever touched and seen that was mine. The first come. That first is the Friday and the second is that Saturday. He said, yo, man, you know I flipped that 20 the first day first of the month. Slipped up and went and got it, man. That Saturday they raided them. Bro, I didn't even have to. I have got to a point to where I wasn't even seeing it no more. When I knew it was coming, I had somebody else going to handle it, et cetera, whatever, taught somebody how to do it. So for the last, I don't know how many, 3-4 months, that kid that was in charge, he was me. He was doing everything.
He was doing everything. Yeah.
So I had somebody who the money go take and get it, then they give it to him. So I was on the right track, man, but the wrong train. You know what I'm saying, man? And then he asked me to just get him one more time. So I go bring the money to the person, let him get him one more.
Always that fucking one more time.
Thank you.
Any movie you watch, Carlito's Way, whatever, like, and it's always like one more, and then that one more is always bro. Like that's the one that get you caught up.
And if you look up the Kenneth Little sentence ID, it got a 1 on there. Only time I ever been in there for anything and ever went to prison, man. I'm shot, motherfuckers paid them, et cetera, whatever. Never went to prison. And I did 5 years for that shit. And then I had 14 up here. And then I had 8 in Maryland because I had opened up shop down in Atlanta. And at that time, Maryland case had happened like 5, 6, 7 months before this shit went down. You know what I'm saying? And so that case was pending and they brung that up. And so I was supposed to have been 22 years, man. I won my appeal, bro, and I got out of that motherfucker in 5. Yeah, because they had no evidence on me.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the niggas testified that said I was still involved, and they lied.
That's a blessing.
Yeah.
Now, anybody that does anything like that, they don't ever expect to get caught. Now, being that you in the street, you have some experience, you're not dumb. Did you ever prepare for that? Prepare for, I may get locked up. This may go further than I wanted it to. Yeah, but you don't think it's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? That's why I was putting emergency brakes on it. You know what I'm saying? So if you start, preparing for something, it's because you know that it's possibly I already got that feeling. You seeing people going away for this, but it's like, you're like, nah, I can't have it in me. I'm smarter. I do this. I do X, Y, Z. It's like, nah.
Then I hear my man's voice, Randy Hobson, saying, yo, man, he playing that 3 Molly. He ain't never going to jail.
Yeah.
Right? And I tapped in anyway. So greed, plenty of times, makes us write checks our ass don't want to cash, bro.
Yeah, that's. I mean, 5 years, but nobody wants to do any time. But 5 years out of 22, that's a blessing.
Yo, it was like a college to me, man. But I didn't be stupid in there. Like I got in there, I never had a GED. I went in there, I got my GED. Then I got into computer school, right? And so then I had them all enough credits and stuff. And then I joined the Ashnock Community Colleges. They come into the infield prisons and stuff like that.
Yeah.
I hit that, right? And so then when I got home, and I went back to my 3 Molly and shit, whatever the case may be. But for the first 8 months, I had parole. So they made me work. right? Until I get off that 8 months parole.
Yeah.
And then
you back at it.
Yeah, then I was still playing. Even while I was on parole, I would play the game on weekends, etc. Right? And so now my kids come home from school one day, say, Dad, we had a career day at school. And the teacher's asking what you do for a living. Now I'm off parole. I'm playing games every single day. And so I said, what you tell them? He said, I don't know what they call it, but you just take people money. So
the kids ain't tell them niggas that.
The teacher told her that. The teacher called me the next day. Would you like to elaborate? I said,
like nah.
I said, miss, yo, it's a game, 3-card money. If you want, I can come into the school. I can trick the kids for fun, etc., whatever. And it's a shell game, 3-card money. I said, you said, yeah, I was like that. So I go, I trick the kids or whatever.
Yeah.
And so now my kids are being so bad in school, and they're saying that's what they're gonna do. They said, yo, this is what I'm gonna do. I said, yo, listen, man. Not saying the person that loses money could do something to you, but this came from results of taking people money.
Doing that,
even though my man snaked me. You know what I'm saying? I said, y'all ain't doing that. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get my college credits from up there, and I'm gonna go and get me another degree, man. I'm gonna get a psychology degree for drug dealing and kid welfare. And so I made them see me go to college out here while I was out here, bro, and I got that degree.
That's dope.
Yeah.
That's dope. Now, what do you consider what you do entertainment, gambling, or like theft?
Entertainment, man, because the United States is built off of theft.
It
know
is.
What I'm saying?
Yeah, that's a fucking fact.
You know what I'm saying? And anybody see me and they say something, blah, blah, blah. I say, yo, man, I'm just a bootleg Foxwoods, man. All right, man, you go up there, they got the same type of shit that's rigged. You go pay so much on the slots, and when they make so much money in computer, then they know it's time to pay out. And I'm so dope with it now, I pick somebody in the crowd who I let win purposely, just like a human slot machine, man. And that's why I call myself the bootleg Foxwoods. Yeah.
Now, when you're doing this and you've been doing it for so long and you need to eat, you know, do your morals ever kick in where you took somebody's last, somebody gambled their paycheck, somebody, you know, because first time I heard of you, I was in high school. Niggas take the bus back and forth to school. You getting them on the bus, you getting them downtown bus station, stuff like that. It's people that went down there to maybe buy some shoes, get some food, whatever the fuck. They was like, yo, I don't got the money for this shit now because it's gone, and then he ain't gonna give it back. How many times have your morals kicked in, or do they kick in when you have to be in an occupation like this?
Sometimes you give it back just randomly. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you give it back randomly because it bestows blessings. You know what I'm saying? And then, like you say, if it's a time, like when I first started, I'm shooting over the $5, I way surpassed that. So I'll give back. So then sometimes my people will get mad at me if I'm giving back too freely and too easy. Yeah. But I told them, yo, you're not behind the gun. You're not in front of the gun. You know what I'm saying? And so it's kind of funny, man. One day a girl going to the mall in Trumbull, and this when I really started identifying to whereas if they just look sad, man, I started giving it back. Yeah. But this girl started crying. I said, why are you crying? She said, that was my prom money, and my prom is funny. No. She said, I lost $150 on my dress. Blah, blah, blah. I said, calm down, honey. We're not even nowhere near the mall. I'm going to make that money way more. I'm going to give it back to you. She said, you sure? You sure? She said, yeah. And so we get to the mall. I push it $1.50. All right. And then one time, but you know what I had to do? Learn to not get mad when they talk reckless. That's where my weakness was at. Yeah. When they talk reckless, it's a subpoena that 10-year-old. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know life yet, and I don't got nothing to lose yet. I don't got no food, right? So I had to learn
to stab you.
Yeah. So I had to suppress that, bro, man. So, but one day, this girl was like, yo, you gonna give me my fucking money back right now. I bet you that, yo. You gonna get fucked up. I said, ho, I will give you your money back, but not at that type of time and way that you talking, man. Calm down, man, because you make me go back to the zoo days, yo. Well, go back to your zoo days. Go back to your zoo days. And I wasn't where I am now, right? I said, okay, you ain't getting a motherfucking dime back now, man. I'm calling her out. I said, call who you want to call, right? And tell them I'll be at the mall, and then I'm gonna make some calls too, right? My man was like, you ain't gotta make no call. I said, chill, man. Just chill, man. And so she calls. This is a true story, man. And it's a dude in Bridgeport. He said, yo, you ain't on that bus 8 bus, fucking with Hustle, man. And she said, yeah. He said, get the fuck off this phone, man. You bet your money with that motherfucker. Ain't nobody fucking with that motherfucker, man. Blah, 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 blah. You lost your money free and screw you. And then I said, here, honey. Yeah. I gave it to her, bro.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I said, you never know who is who, right? I said, but I violated you. I shouldn't let you get that angry. So after that point, when I see the anger, I had got brothers that didn't want to give me dap. I said, what's wrong, man? He said, nah, man, that shit hurt, man. He lost $100. I said, man, take half and meet me halfway, man. So you can feed yours, I feed mine. Niggas big up me every time they see me.
Yeah. I mean, there has to be some honor amongst it, but you don't have, like, you're doing it because you want to, not because you have to.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
so, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Now, is there a Vic that's too young or too old?
Yeah, man. When you first start, right, you kind of like reckless with it. You know what I'm saying? You might catch a motherfucker 13, 14 with their little $10, $20 because you ain't here yet. You know what I'm saying? And so I'm going to send you a video where it's a kid to whereas he see this dude lose like 6 or 7 bands. I'm going to send it to you too, right? And so he's in the crowd. The crowd must be 300 or 400 people around me. No exaggeration. When I send it to you, you're going to say, damn, I thought you was exaggerating. So one little kid, little white kid just watching me comb everybody nuts, jumping them. And then I'm switching games, and he says, hey, I got $10. I got $10. I said, yo, come back when you got a mustache. I'll still be here getting much cash. And the crowd just goes crazy and laughing, yo. And my younger years, I took his $10, man. He was only like 12, man. You know?
How often does a losing player become dangerous?
Not often, man.
Not often?
Nah, not often. Most
It's
people,
because you got your people, or is it because like the person knows what's going on?
nah, man. It's because in this world, man, it may not seem like it, but you got more people that respect the hustle than not. But you got shit like if you catch like 40 people for that week, you run into 1 or 2 don't respect the hustle. You know what I'm saying? And not only an aspect of losing money, they talk slick when it's, man, get the fuck out of here with that bullshit, blah, 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 blah. So you got those type of people, but you got more people that's honored, that shake your hand, etc. But it's the crew and crowd you choose.
Right.
That's the big important. Like when I transition into car shows, all that evaporated.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The buses and the hood and the flea market.
Yeah,
whatever.
everybody know everybody. When you go to these car shows, it's like kind of like a free for all.
Right,
It's
it's a
like you
fun
got people
thing.
coming from different counties, different cities, different states.
Right.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
a fun thing.
Has anyone ever hustled you while you were hustling? Like,
Nah.
like somebody else that's playing the same game you play ever came and hustled you?
Damn, I'm gonna clap to you, bro. you subpoenaed these real true life stories. If my man was here, the one that I told you that left me, I'm at the flea market. Motherfuckers come from Boston or New York or whatever, and then they try to play, but we wouldn't allow that. This is like our job block here, right? So one time a motherfucker pushes up and he says, yo, man, he said, I play that game, nigga. I said, you nice. He said, but I know you ain't nice is that you'll use a real rock with the bottle caps because it's a soft sponge.
Yeah.
So you can squeeze and put in the other one. You know, a rock, you ain't squeeze.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So he said, I'll go get a real rock. Would you play me? Nobody ever be able to do this. You know that, right? I said, go get a real rock, nigga. I'll still play you, nigga. So he go get a real rock. Not only do he know the game, now I got to navigate through. You got to figure out, do I leave it in the real one everybody think? Or do I make my moves? I gotta factor that so he don't think I'm capable, right? You go get the real rock. I come back. One shot, man. One shot. So now, since it's a real rock, you got to play with it to make it look like it's too hard for you.
Yeah.
So I'm reversing psychology. I can easily get it, right? So I got it. And simple and plain, right? I act like I couldn't get it, right? So I go to one and open my hand for the other one. I left it in the main one and got him. The one everybody was saying, yo. So it's a reverse psychology thing, man. So anybody that play the game know not to play another player.
I mean, that should be the rule, but
right. No, they're gonna try you.
Yeah, people gonna try you everywhere you go.
They're gonna try you, man. Yeah.
Let's see. What was the fastest you ever lost money you had just earned?
Shopping.
One thing I wanted to ask. So when you first hit your first lick for 200, when you first started doing the card game, what's the first thing you bought?
Outfit.
Yeah. Gotta get fresh.
Yeah. I wasn't fresh, man. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We used to get fresh a little bit when we snatched the purses, et cetera, whatever.
Yeah.
But we got to go do another crime to get that money back.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, man? And so that was the first thing that I was stayed fresh since then.
So now, how much did you lose when you started, like, I guess? So when you get your money, what's the first thing you do with it? Is your first intent is to save it? Is it to reinvest? Is it like, all right, we gonna gas up the whip, we gonna go here, there, everywhere, you gonna get fresh? Like, what's your first intent when you get the money?
Car. First thing I was thinking about the car. Like that day when I left the dude that day. That's why the next week I had a car. Then in another 2 or 3 months, I'm thinking about a better car. So that's what it was at that time. Cars, right?
Yeah.
And then I get that Cadillac. Then I end up getting another Lincoln. Then I just transition buying all these cars. So I had to surpass that and realize that's not what it's about. You know what I'm saying? So then finally, when I got out of prison and I just went hard, I said, now it's time to invest this because it's like drug money. I was going to bed with that bread every night, man. And so now I see how much I got. And I said to my wife, I said, it's time to invest, man. She said, what? I says, well, the quickest comeback is cars. Like, look, you walk out the house, you see cars and money. It's like everybody needs it, whether somebody paying for that or they paying for it. Everybody got to have transportation, a place to lay their head, right, and some food. And so I said, I want to try cars first, man, because I was so intrigued by cars when I learned that game.
Yeah.
You know, and I had every kind of car that you can name, basically. You know, and so that's why I fucked with the cars. But that's the main thing. But the most I spent one time, I had like, I think I was like 19 at that time. I think I had like 8, 9 bands, 10 bands, and at that time, that was way back in the 70s. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
10 bands in the 70s, something different. Yeah.
Okay, man. So I know this game is potent, right? And I don't know how potent it was until I gradually gravitated. And I went and bought the Cadillac, like 2,500 at that time. They think that's big money. So now when I'm coming through, motherfuckers is got my ex-girlfriend telling her to tell me I better not miss a car payment. And I said, what's he talking about, nigga? I said, go show that hating nigga this title. Blah, blah, blah.
Now, is the car lot your first traditional job?
No, man. When I came home from prison, remember I told you I had to work a little while, man? I worked at a spot in North Haven, man. And it was like a nuclear plant that they make the rings for Russia, the nuclear plant, United Technology type shit in North Haven. So I was on parole for like 8 months, 9 months. So I went and got the job. So I'm in there for the first month. You got to sand off the rings, just shit like that. And then you got to sand them down and buff them and all that kind of shit. And then the inspector comes and look at them. So I do that 1 month, 2 months, 3 months. True story, man. And one day the quality control inspector, boss, supervisor comes out to me. He say, Ken, been doing this 3 or 4 months. Nobody ever worked here 3 or 4 months without having a ring call back. Without having, when you go get the quality control inspector, and the rings can go from here all the way to this nigga house big sometimes. Sometimes they be this size. Different aspects of the nuclear rings over there. And so he says, you never had a rejection. He says, you got quality control aspirations, your eyesight and your measurement of the vernier and the micrometers, certain specs you got to stay in. I'm missing this calling, bro.
Yeah.
They told me, you want to go and train and do that? So now I got a desk in the freaking goddamn quality control room, man. I'm going back out there with people I've been sweating with and stuff, man. And I'm killing it, man. They raised me. The owner who owns it says, you know what? You can only make it. Meet me here Saturdays and Sundays. You getting overtime. And I can sign off on it. And you can sign off as the quality control inspector. And we ship it over to Russia. I started doing that. White boy got jealous of me one day, man. Sweating bullets out there. He comes get me. He been there for 10 years. Never been an inspector. Boom. He said, oh, Ken, I got one for you. He's a Sugarfoot too, right? So I was staying leery of him anyway.
Yeah.
Hey, Ken, I got some. So I get out there, man. I sit down. It's big rings like this, lights, and you got to make sure you see no scratches, nicks, or whatever. And then you got to take the vernier and do the width and the micrometer to check the thickness. So I check it. Big fan for us while we out there. Now, the quality control room, it got AC, but these can't be because they got a big acid tank over there that's melting the chrome and stuff that goes on it. You know what I'm saying? The steel that goes on it. And so I'm sweating bullets. This nigga turned the fans off on me, man. I ain't have the wisdom, man, like I have now, man. what the fuck is wrong with you, man? Stupid, still got that hood mentality, man. Fuck is wrong with you, nigga? I go over, turn everything off in your fucking house, the fans, kids, blah, 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 blah. Next morning I come there, no police waiting, bro.
Yeah. Like, oh, see you tomorrow.
So that was the calling, bro. I mean, that's big. I didn't realize how powerful quality control inspection was at that time, man. And now that the government got everything rigged to our phones, I can show you emails that I get yesterday that quality control inspection opens, bro. And that's been 30, 40 years almost now, bro.
Wow.
That's something, bro.
That's dope. Now, while you was in prison, did you still play the card game? Was you still doing that in prison? Or you
bro.
You was hitting niggas for honey buns and shit?
Yeah, yo, man. The girl, the bread I had stacked, said, fuck me. Fucking around with too many girls or whatever. You on your own, nigga. She got all the bread, the Benzes, everything, man. Wouldn't send me a dime, man. I hit my pops up, man. That's why I was falling back in love with 3 Molly and that motherfucker, man. And I said, you ain't got no commissary, nothing, man. A couple of hood niggas know my rep. They'll come give me some food, honey buns, soups, or whatever the case may be. So I told one of them, I said, yo, man, give me a deck of cards, man, when you go to commissary, man. Every week I'm leaving with commissary bags like I got fucking, ended up getting cartons of cigarettes back then because cigarettes was in there. Yeah. So now I'm getting cigarettes, selling them for cash, et cetera, whatever. And every commissary day I go out there and murder it. So then I started chaining the cigarettes. I have 20, 30 cartons of cigarettes, trade them in for coal. Right? Because everything out here is in there.
Yeah.
So now I got coke in there and everything, man, and you send the motherfucking cash home and the letters, et cetera, whatever. Some people go to your house and give your brother the money. And so I ate in there for 3 Molly, put me back over there.
Now, nobody was getting upset that you was beating them in certain games. Everybody kept their cool. Like,
in the prison?
In the prison.
Yeah. Nah, too many gangs. Yeah, too many gangs. Yo, prison is really guarded by the guards, but it's ran by the gangs.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
And one gang's got truce to where your man's better not violate. You know what I'm saying? Your man's better not violate. And if they violate, because it could cause a war between 300-400 people in each gang. You know what I'm saying? And I wouldn't join the gang, but I was real reputable. And so they had something called Elm City, the 20 Love. Bridgeport had Nation and Brotherhood. Yeah. And so all of them knew me from paying 3 Molly, Hartford, Bridgeport, Waterbury. They all knew me, right? So I was cool with all of them. So one time, it was my phone time, and a Spanish nigga, he was a Latin king, and he wouldn't get off my phone time. And so now I'm not in the gang or whatever, so you ain't supposed to have that type of respect, right? And so I said, yo, man. He said, I'll get the fuck out of here, man. You ain't repping nobody. Blah, blah, blah. I said, yo, man, you still violating me, man. I'm from New Haven, man. They still will go talk to your people, bro. Blah. You know what I'm saying? I'm not going to mess my name up and stain it like that because it's my first and only time ever being in prison, so I don't need to join that shit, bro. So, all right, fuck you, man. Right? You going to get off when I get off. So I see one of my men, right? He's Elm City. He's 20 Love. He said, word? He said, yo, man, you got to get off the phone, man. You know what I'm saying? He ain't with us, but he from us. You still violating. We still protect our people, right? That nigga's family gave him a beat down out of this world.
All right, where I want to go. So now we're talking about gangs and relationships in prison. Now, what I want to do is talk about like your family and stuff like that, right? Did anybody in your family ever try to stop you from what you was doing?
Nah, man, because we was so poor growing up, bro, man. You know, like when I got that first car, man, my mom wouldn't get in it. She swore to death it was stolen, bro. She'd come back on groceries on the bus. You know, you see people on the bus with their groceries, all these bags. I said, man, you ain't going to the grocery store on the bus today, man. Come on. She said, I'm not getting in that car, blah, 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 blah. I had to show her my registration and, you know, the title, and I paid cash for it, bro. So, none of them, man, because you know, I was buying food for the house. You know what I'm saying, man? Buying my brothers and sisters clothes now.
Who knows, I guess, the authentic version of you when it comes to your family? Like who knows who you are besides the hustling and getting money and whatever? Like, who knows Kenneth?
The schools, the teachers. It's a superintendent in Derby, man. Tell you one time I went half on not half on it. First time I tried to open a dealership years back, and I wanted to get into it hard to open the dealership. So these dudes in Hartford see me in the auction, says, yo, man, see you buy nice cars, blah, 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 blah. They connect me to this preacher that got a gas station in the front of his church, but he don't got the money. They'll turn that into a dealership. Ask me what I do with. So I said, yeah. So boom. Now I get in. I want to go put my name on it. Motherfucker says, you shot too many people. Your name can't go on a Connecticut business dealer's license. I said, why? He said, because there's been a lot of shootings, whether the dealer is upset or the buyer is upset. There's been plenty murders based on car dealings. So you ain't going to be able to do that. So now my man said, don't worry about it. You could go to hearing and show that you change your life around and you can get your name on it. Now, with that being said, to convert back to your story, the superintendent of public schools in Derby wrote me a letter. The Derby Park youth director wrote me a letter and says, I've been volunteering basketball for these kids for the last 8 years, and I'll pile up my vans that I be selling with these kids. Go buy some of them sneakers. He's definitely a pillar of our community. He changed his life. Then I bring my degree that I got from college since I came home. I bring the degree from prison since I came home. Yeah. So the chick in the hearing said, Mr. Little, she said, we never seen nobody come here with the attributes that you have unless they had an attorney. She said, you're going to be all right. So the dude in Hartford, I gave him, it was 5-6 bands to get it going. I gave it all to him. He didn't have no money, but he had the place. So that was his money. So he had to come there also, because if they approved me, now he could put me on the license. So he put me on the Secretary of State. So she said, nah, that's not enough. You got to be on the license. So now when we get this approved, she said, it takes 2 to 3 weeks. She said, I can almost assure you, you're good. You turned your life around. You definitely. So here goes my calling, right? So he's in there, dude named Maurice Pippin. He's a pastor. He got a church up there. So those are the biggest victim catching people more than me. Because you think, okay, bro. okay. And he got me. He got me, bro. So now you tell her that he has to come there since the license is in his name at that time that I paid for. I got my dealer plate from him, the Connecticut dealer plate, blah, 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 blah. And so you're going to be all right. So now we have the hearing. He got to be there. And then she shakes my hand, says, you're going to be all right. Now after the hearing, I leave. Boom. 1 week go by. 2 weeks go by. Beginning of that 3rd week, I said, call her, man. Don't wait for the 4th week. So I called her. I said, blah, blah, just Kenneth Little. I was in the hearing in there a couple of weeks ago. She said, yes, I remember you. We didn't even see a lot of people come here with no attorney. He came outside to tell you after you left, right? I said, no, I didn't see him after I left. He said, when you told him you shot 5 or 6 people in New Haven, he said he disbelieved you. And now that he sees that's true, he don't want to go into business with you. I said, 10 years old coming back, man.
Yeah.
I calls him, yo, what's wrong with you, man? Blah, 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 blah. Yo, man, nah, man. I said, you just wanted to get me for the 5,000, man. You wasn't, if I was a church guy, man, you still would have did this to me, man. I said, you know what, man? I'm going to try to swallow this, man. I'm going to try to swallow this. My man, going up there and everything. I'm telling my man, please, man, don't do that.
don't do nothing.
Don't do that, man. This is a test, man. You know what I'm saying? You get a test, man. You know, and the only way you're going to win if you know how to lose, man, to make you a greatest winner, man. I said, yo, we get that shit. We get this from one Vic sometimes. Now, when I'm 10, 11, 12 years old, he'd be a thimble. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Not hearing that shit.
Right. So I said, no. So my man went up there. I was mad at him, man. So now, my lawyer, I get a lawyer, try to take the white man way out. Right? And my lawyer says, Ken, we could put a thing on. We win. We win in small claims court. So now, at that time, I think I know 5 bands ain't no money. But your heart hurts so bad, you forget about it really ain't no money, man. You know, you buy that on or something. You know what I'm saying? And so we go to court, and he freezes his bank account, et cetera, whatever the case may be, man. And so now he calls me. The place is in Bloomfield, Hartford Town Line. He got the Bloomfield police on the phone with him. The dealer plate that I pay for, I keep all the receipts, everything I give them, all the license I paid for it. They said it don't matter. Your name didn't go on there. You contributed that to him. You know what I'm saying? That's all that is. And so the police said I got to give him back the plate. I said, huh? I said, yo, I'm not bringing that plate up there, man, because right now I'm suppressing my anger. I said, what I do for you as a professional black man, I'm going to take you to the Derby police. You call the Derby police, because the Derby police look at me. I mean, they stop me running red lights and say, oh, you're Ken Little, go. You know what I'm saying? So they know I'm a real, reputable, stand-up person. They say, okay, we'll call Derby police in 20, 30 minutes. They have the plate. I said, yep, I go to Derby police, give them the plate. Man, I should see the dude at the auction and everything. And what it was doing, it was building me, man. It was building me. Cut your losses, you'll be a bigger bosses.
Yeah.
You know?
Now, have you ever missed out on anything important with your family by chasing money?
Yeah, man. Yeah,
Mm.
big time, man.
Was it like anniversaries, birthdays, special engagements? Like,
Yes, man. Getting there late because I'm out hustling. Yeah, man.
now, did
Oh,
the end ever justify the means? Where it's like I made this much, but I missed this significant thing.
yeah,
That's never gonna happen again.
yeah. And now you didn't realize, man, you always gonna get that shit like you print that shit, but this you never get it and see again, man. So now I learn. I lose. Like right now, for instance, I know how to put things that are more valuable in front of that dollar bill. You know what I'm saying? And it's too bad it takes for us to really get and have that to really start to elevate to that level of like that ain't more important than it's money. You know what I'm saying? Like I could have been at a car show today, had one set up, et cetera, whatever the case may be. And I told myself, it's one tomorrow, it's one next week, it's one for what? That paper? This is your calling, man, that you're really trying to get out. And you don't know when. You're closer to the ending more than the beginning, so you don't know when your toe going to get that tag. You know? So now it's time to go and chase bigger things now.
Now, I want to say that your obsession with money is probably like 10-year-old boy that was poor, right? Now, have you ever gone to therapy or anything like that? Have you ever tried to talk to anybody about like what's going on, or was it just like you just
about getting the money in jail and all that?
Yeah,
shit?
just you know talking to somebody, getting that shit out, you know, getting that 10-year-old boy.
Nah, you know why, bro? Because what comes out of you, out of somebody that you talk to, is only you gonna be able to get that to be present and be effective. You know what I'm saying? And so if you got 90 people that's going to counseling, right? And 10 of them be successful. That counselor's going to get that crown and good looks for the success of those 10 people. But the 90 that failed, et cetera, they didn't have it in them like those 10 people had it in them. So they're going to go and do it. They're going to do it. But that counselor's going to get the credibility for it, man.
Right. So you rather just do the work on yourself.
And I got to, because when they do it that way, bro, they relapse still somewhere down the line. They still slip up again. It's got to be in you. You got to.
It has to come from an authentic place. Either like you know somebody that has gone through it and you can trust their word, or you got to do the work yourself.
Right.
You know that comes. I don't know if that it's a lot of women that try to tell me to go to therapy and go see this person.
It eases the pain.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's just ignorance. I don't know if it's being a black man. You just feel like I don't want to talk to these niggas about my problems. It's like I'm gonna figure it out. Like I ain't going. Like, I don't got no alcoholic problem. Like I ain't out here doing that I ain't supposed to.
Right, the course gonna take its course, and they gonna get credit for it.
I'm gonna figure it out. I ain't got to pay nobody to figure it out. I just need time.
Right. How many brothers went to counseling and blow the wife head in when she come in the next morning 5 o'clock, bro? They've been in counseling, bro. I know brothers like that.
But what I keep hearing is that it helps. It helps. From what I hear from counseling is that they just ask you the right question to ask yourself to get to certain answers. So if I could do that for free with myself, or I could pay somebody to expedite that, I don't know.
Bro, it's a mental blunt, bro. You sitting in there and you just listening to everything that sound good and what it should be. It's just a mental blunt, man. Like if a person want to smoke his weed and he feel bad about something, and then he feel good once you hit that weed. Now when he gets sober, that's still gonna happen. You're
the
gonna
problem's still there.
Yeah.
Now, would you be upset if your children followed the same path as you?
Yes and no. Yes, because only I put so much hard work in there and try to hide all the negativity and things that might cost them their life from them, et cetera, man.
Right.
Whether from, getting shot and killed, selling drugs, bunch of baby mamas, all that kind of shit that will cost you and delay your success of where you need and want to be in life, man. And so now, in that aspect, but no, man, I would not feel no type of way, man, because you really did what you did, and you was their role model. You know what I'm saying? But I would warn them that you may not end up like me and be successful like me and survive death like me.
Yeah, that's how you explain it without glorifying it.
Yeah.
So it's like, you can get fast money, all this comes with it, but you may not make it home that night.
Exactly, bro. And the only person can spare you is God, bro.
Now, did your lifestyle make it hard to accept like genuine love?
Yeah,
Mm.
yeah, man, because you always have, so you never be able to identify who would do what you do, who would be there if you don't have. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
everybody trying to, one up
yeah,
each other.
right. So you can't figure out who's really with you or who's just with you for the benefits that come from you.
Um, what has getting older, I guess, taught you about like your appetite for like risk and stuff like that?
Uh, it ain't worth it, man. Anything that makes you get butterflies, because any risk sometimes you get butterflies, right? So, um, as you get older, you start to realize to whereas you just want tranquility, you just want peace, whatever does not bother you. And so some risks bother you. You get a flight or fight feeling in your stomach. You're taking a risk and shit, and then it subsides if you be successful, or whatever the case may be. And so I just graduated to that stage now, man, to where you're good, man. Money wasn't the problem all this time. It was what you do with it and the people you surround yourself with. That's the biggest problem.
Now, is there a part of your younger self that makes you embarrassed or uncomfortable?
I was at some time really upset with myself, man, saying, damn, should I go get another key and press that shit to 3 or something, man? You know what I'm saying? You still behind. So I just bury that and say, you know what, man? No matter what you get, no matter how successful you get, how many millions you may be blessed with, no matter how far you get ahead, you're going to always be behind, regardless, because you late. You late. The wisdom and knowledge that you're just trying to execute now, you should have been years, but some people never do. So don't beat you. Don't beat yourself up.
What part of your younger self makes you proud?
Man, the most, bro.
Like learning to hustle. Like, I feel like everyone should have a hustle.
I would say, without that game,
Mm.
I wouldn't be here, bro. I'd be dead somewhere. Or,
I feel like you still be snatching purses or doing
Yeah,
something
yeah.
more illegal.
yeah, doing 20, 30 years for selling coke or whatever the case may be. Probably been one of the biggest drug dealers without ever stopping. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Like the game, I go back to any goddamn time. It's in my thing right there. If I be in Monte, it still be right there. And nowadays, I do it more for kicks than just chips. Like,
Yeah.
And then you know what? One time I'm on a bus in New York, like 20-something years ago, and an old white lady, I used to always see in the front of the bus, man, that same bus I was telling you about. And she says to me, one day, nobody's in the back of the bus. You mind if I come back and sit down and talk to you? She's probably like 78. She says, I've been riding this bus for 50, 60 years, and I've seen you these last years, up and down. You ever heard of Midtown Mike? I said, yeah, I heard of Midtown Mike, but I never met him. She said, he played that game like you. And his wife got into real estate and dragged him into it. And he's a Monte. I said, yeah, thanks for planting that seed in me. Boom. She says, I'm going to tell you something else. He was no near as good as you. I watched him. You said there's something about you. I said, I heard that when I was 17, 18 at an old bar in Ohio. We was traveling the country. And some Army guys told me the same thing. I'm not paying attention to this. And she said, later on, 20, 30 years from now, you repeat this story. You'll never get Alzheimer's as long as you play that game. Now, she says, yes, I see you. You have to pay attention. You have to remember which one it's at. You have to identify who will accept it, who won't. The lady was dropping jewels on me, man.
Now, what does a peaceful day look like for you, though?
A peaceful day. I got a 7-year-old daughter. I drop her off to school. You know, school's out right now. I be her school bus. And I wake up now every day. I count stress tests. Because we're going to get them all day long throughout the day. Some try to ruffle our feathers. No matter if you just made the biggest lick, biggest paycheck you receive, something's going to try to stress you.
Definitely.
And so my daughter, she be the biggest one. She taking her time. She coming down. She don't want this for breakfast, whatever. Right? And so now, some days she's in the best mood, right? And I says, you know what? This going to follow me through my whole day. And so now I've learned that even when she's being terrible or whatever, I still got to develop that, like I said, she's still being good, man. So a peaceful day is just, I defeat those stress tests. Everyone that comes to me, driving down the road, somebody cut me off. Back in the days, I could get a witness, I caught up and banged the person, crashed right into him.
Do something stupid,
Yeah, so now, they cut me off the road, I pull over, say, go, man, go around me, man, I get out the way. Before it used to bother me, man, get my stomach up, and that's bad, man, because your blood pressure get up and all that kind of shit. So, and then if I look for moments I don't got nothing to do. I search for that, and it's hard, man. Like, damn, I sit down for 20, 30 minutes, somebody calling for a car. Because I sell a car at midnight. You know what I'm saying? 2 or 3 in the morning, brother could hit me, I'm going to sell a car. And so now I keep these phones away from me, man, to stop being like that, man, because I get to a point to where you don't got to chase money no more. It's chasing me. You know what I'm saying? These phones are the world's pacifiers right now.
Definitely.
You know what I'm saying? Wake up, you go and check it. Like the baby want theirs, right? And so I wake up and get to that money in the morning if it's mine, it's meant for me, man. So each day I seek to where, damn, can I sit down for an hour or two straight without having to get up, et cetera, whatever the case may be? I don't make it. I get 20, 30, 40 minutes in, and I got to get up and do something.
Got to get up and get to life.
Yeah.
And stuff like that.
Yeah.
All right, but I'm gonna get you out of here soon. I got a couple more questions,
No.
and I want you to do that card shit to him because
Got you.
he's fucking skeptical.
Okay.
A little bit.
You got money?
Yo, don't take my name.
No, 20 ain't gonna get you 100. And you got 20? Nah, I took you for fun, man, because you know why? Ain't no about to pay for that like that no more, man. You know what I'm saying? I got mine, bro.
Now, what's something that hustling taught you that no classroom could?
No classroom could teach me that the key to success is not how much you made, it's how much you save. That's what it taught me. How much you could save, man. How much if don't buy one if you can't buy two. So
That's my fucking motto all the time.
You
You
smart
can't buy
brother.
2 of them.
Yeah.
Don't get it.
You're a smart brother, man. And it taught me, man, sometimes you in a better position to whereas if you don't know how much dough you got all the time. So that game made me do something to whereas I have a kitty to whereas if I spend $75 a day, boom, I put $75 over there. If how much I spend tomorrow, I put it over there. Now I lose track of what days put what in there. I don't write it down. So now that's a stack of a kitty over there. I don't know what's in there. So if you put that $10 a day right there, and you do that in 30 days, that's 300. So now you put 20 over there, that's 600. In 10 months, all I know is that's 6 bands over there. Blah 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 blah. So you will do that for years. College don't teach you that. It's saving money to make you successful, not making the money that make you successful. There's niggas with degrees that's in homeless shelters.
Yeah. How long did it take you to control your hustling ambition and not let it control you? How long did that take?
Ooh, man, I would say when I went to prison, that was like a college for me. When I came home, that taught me a lot. And I said, this got to be the most closest step to death. It's just prison, man. Being warned and what you're going to happen to you if you do this wrong. Go to bed, the lights out when you tell the time or whatever, no matter what time it is, you got to turn the lights out. When I came out of there, I got more serious. I said, you know what, man? You really got to start holding on to it, man, because at this point, you got no pension coming. You got no Social Security coming. At that time, I wasn't even having the taxes coming. So you better put that in your motherfucking kitty right now. And so it disciplined me to this world, whereas now I don't show off anymore. Like, these are the same chains for 30 years. These are the same chains and rings for 30 years. I have man's mind say, yo, man, let's go buy some new and bigger ones, man. I would 20 years ago,
20
bro.
years. Yeah, I ain't trying to impress nobody no more.
Nah, exactly.
Yeah, you know, it's cool what I got. I'm cool with this.
That's why I told you I don't care about being seen no more. I used to make sure I had the loudest stereos in the car. I don't want to ride on the street. That's only the crowd is the most. That's dumb young stuff that you got to graduate from.
To be in this type of game, what about you had to disappear so you could survive it?
Greed, man. Greed, yo. Like, not them wanting to give them back in the younger days.
Are you still trying to recover from that, or you feel like that's?
Oh no, I'm good now, man.
Good now?
No, if I really reach the highest height of success, man, I open up a soup kitchen and shelter, man. Now I'm past that now, bro.
You're trying to do good.
Yeah,
Now you're
just
trying to
get back.
Yeah. You know, I mean, with all the wrong that you used to do in your early teens, and then the hustling and stuff like that, it's good that somebody actually like reinvests into the community and gives back. So I think that's what you're supposed to do. I think that's what all like people that get that type of money, that's what they want to do. It's like, I'm doing this for me. I got to make sure I'm good. Then I'll make sure they good.
Yeah,
type of thing.
Want your family good. You know what I'm saying? You want, it's because it's people that struggle out there, man. It's girls that I give warranty on transmission, right? And make this real quick. She had 30 years on transmission. She calls me in 36 days and said her transmission went, crying like a baby. Said she checked around before she called me. it's gonna cost her $3,800. The transmission 14. The other dude want 2,000 to do it, or 2,400 to do it. I said, calm down, honey. I got the dealers, I got a mechanic and whatever, man. I said, what's wrong? She said, got no reverse. I said, well, can you push it out and then drive straight over here? She said, yeah. She gets there. Boom, mechanic, he confirms it's the tranny. Get the tranny for $250.
Yeah.
Ain't no cost for the mechanic to do
Yeah,
it
to
for
do
me,
that shit,
right?
yeah.
So I said, honey, how much did you have? She said, I only had like $600. I said, give it me the $250. I'm gonna get you tranny. I'm supposed to get the tranny and sell it to you for $1,400, $1,500. All right? Give me the $250. I'm gonna get your transmission. You come back in a couple of days. Man, she sent me so many customers, bro.
Yeah.
That game.
Yeah, that's that karma.
That game made me be able to do that, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because that was my mission. I said, you hustle so many people out of all these years, like the dude at the party last night, yo. And it's kind of funny that it was an African party. It must have been 70, 80 people in the house. Everybody's drinking. And they come to me, no, I don't drink, man. I don't drink, man.
Yeah.
And so now
Got to stay my P's and Q's, man.
Right. I said, I'll show you this game, though.
Yeah.
And so it's funny that his man said that, and his man, the kid that I got a body shop in Bridgeport.
Yeah.
What a coincidence, right?
Exactly.
I don't got no body shop. So I connects with him. And so he said, yo, I respect you, man. I heard how you giving these good cars, man. Your man, some of you sell nothing but good cars. I see your reviews. So that game was, this is how I'm giving it back, man. You know, and that was my motto.
Right. Okay. Now, my last question I got for you. Are you proud of your story, ashamed of it, or simply just honest about it?
I'm proud of it, bro. I'm proud of it. So for the reason being, it's like, it's not the game life of how it began or what is in the middle. It's how it's ending, which you should be proud of. You know what I'm saying? Because that designs your legacy of how you end it, how LeBron's going out, for instance, et cetera, whatever the case may be.
Right.
And so any negativity and stupidity, you have to bury that and not marry that, because it dilutes your success and the strength and power, righteousness that you have become. You know what I'm saying? And I've been in church for almost a year and a half, 2 Sundays. You know, my wife's mother owns a church in Bridgeport. Okay. And so nobody can never believe that. And they say, oh, you're calling, man. Just calling you. You know, the street as you are, you're a street disciple. Blah, blah, blah. I said, I wouldn't come unless I'm coming 100%. Yeah. I'm at a position to where I'm not doing anything that I have to hide from anyone.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's where I'm at in life, bro.
Yeah, as long as you don't end how you started, that's a win.
That's a win, you know.
That's a win.
Yep. So I'm proud, man, because I'm leaving the family correct when I leave here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And it's kind of funny because if you leave but so much, who's gonna hold it down? Somebody gonna blow it all, et cetera, whatever. So I'm thinking about, well, just franchise it at security so the name still be around.
Yeah, so that name ring bells, really, like whether it be, you know,
right,
the cars or whatever else you decide to invest into. Yeah, so you know, you
like
just
Wendy's or some hustle real estate or
something, anything, you know, just as long as you putting it into the community and giving back somehow, some way. I feel like you got a lot more stories to actually tell, man.
Man, I've been watching you, bro.
Niggas ain't have to go, man. I would sit here and talk to you, but then this studio ain't cheap, stuff like that. But
but I've been watching you, man. You know, your inspiration, man. I said, wow, this brother's still at it, man. And when you stick to something, man, you're gonna have to become a master at it, bro.
I'm trying. I'm still trying. Like I feel like I put in my 10,000 hours, but I haven't hit the peak I want to yet. I'm still
man. This story I told you when I hit you, man. This story. Everywhere I go, man. The police, everybody saying, man. The superintendent called me one day and said he got somebody up in Hartford that's looking for standouts that came out of the neighborhoods, and the poor neighborhoods, and that got successful. He said, oh, Ken, you got the house over there, you got the dealerships. I want this guy to contact you. I said, nah, I know somebody already.
Got you. I appreciate you coming here and telling your story, man.
Definitely,
like that was like, it was just something I didn't know I needed, and something that was really unexpected. Like I said at the beginning, I want to touch back in with my old guests and see how they were doing, but I'm glad you're still out here doing your thing. You still moving, you being positive. You know, you're not on your bullshit. You know what I mean? You was never on like bullshit, but you know what I mean?
Yeah, more authentic now.
Yeah.
Now, man. You know what I'm saying? More sentimental now, man. You know, and
more grounded, level-headed.
The people I come across, man, now, man, I can count them in the day. You know what I'm saying? Only when I'm out doing that game, et cetera, whatever. Other than that, I don't care about being amongst people, man.
Yeah, you know, just peace of mind, man.
Yeah.
You know, you've been doing this so long, so it's like this is second nature. This is boring. Like I just want peace of mind. I just want to chill somewhere. You know, it is what it is. Give them the address to your lots and stuff like that. So if somebody want a car and they watching, listening, let them know where to find you.
All right, 21 Bernard Road, North Haven, Connecticut, man. 203-435-2295. And another one is Ken's Discount Motors. That's a business that I sell cars. That address is in Arkansas. But you can contact me. That was the one I first started out with 14, 15 years ago. The Connecticut dealership I have now for the last 8 years. And but you hit that number, and because make sure I'm there. I'm not there anyway. I don't be there, bro.
Yeah.
I was on Dixwell Avenue at 872 Dixwell. And I used to come over, John come over.
Yeah.
I'm in there all day long, man. All day, man. Brother asked me, do I got a pistol in there? Niggas think about it coming to rob me.
Yeah.
So I moved to North Haven. But at the same token, it's not peaceful as the peace that I seek now. You know, so most of the time I'll go there, people make appointments, just sitting around there for nothing, et cetera, whatever. So that's 21 Bernard Road, North Haven, man. Give me a call before you head out. Make sure I'm there.
Word. Mr. Little, it's been an honor, it's been a privilege, it's been a pleasure, man. Thank you again for coming on my platform and letting us know your story. Like I said, I feel like I could talk to you for hours.
Yeah,
I feel like you got a lot more stories that we ain't get to. But,
Yeah,
if you want to come back, you got an open door policy
Yes,
here.
man.
Whatever you want to do, whatever you want to talk about, if you want to promote something, whatever.
Yes, sir, man.
I'll do the fuck I can to get the word out there.
Heard you, man.
But, yeah, man, that is it for
Yes,
me.
sir. I'm gonna show this dude these cards right quick.
Oh yeah, get them. Yeah. So one thing's for certain, we too much for these niggas and three much for these hoes. I go by the name of Domino. That is Kenneth Little, aka Hustle Man.
Yes, sir. Warzak. Peace.
And we out of here.